A pivotal legal battle over gun rights has reached the Supreme Court, Duncan versus Bonta, a case that could have sweeping implications for the future of the Second Amendment in America. This case is not just another legal dispute, it's a flashpoint in the ongoing national debate over how far constitutional protections for gun ownership should extend. At the heart of the case is California's ban on magazines that hold more than 10 rounds, a law that has been both fiercely defended and hotly contested since its inception. The plaintiffs argue that such magazines are commonly owned by millions of Americans and are essential for lawful self-defense, while the state maintains that limiting magazine capacity is a necessary step to reduce gun violence and mass shootings. The Supreme Court is now tasked with determining whether the Second Amendment protects the right to possess these so-called large-capacity magazines. Their decision could set a powerful national precedent, influencing gun laws far beyond California's borders and potentially reshaping the legal landscape for years to come. Gun rights advocates insist that magazines holding more than 10 rounds are standard equipment for many firearms, and that restricting them infringes on the rights of law-abiding citizens to defend themselves and their families. They argue that such limits are arbitrary and do little to deter crime. On the other side, supporters of the ban point to tragic mass shootings and argue that magazine limits are a common-sense measure to protect public safety. They believe that reducing the number of rounds available in a single magazine can save lives by giving potential victims and law enforcement more time to react. The Supreme Court's involvement comes in the wake of its landmark 2022 Bruin decision, which established a new, history-based test for evaluating gun laws. That ruling emphasized that modern firearm regulations must be consistent with the nation's historical tradition of gun ownership and use. Now, the justices must examine whether California's magazine ban fits within America's historical tradition of firearm regulation, or if it represents an unconstitutional overreach. Their analysis will delve into centuries-old laws and practices, searching for historical analogs to today's restrictions. The outcome could have a domino effect, either striking down magazine bans across the country and expanding gun rights, or affirming the authority of states to enact their own firearm regulations in the name of public safety. With states across the nation taking different approaches to magazine limits, the Supreme Court's decision will either unify the legal standard or leave the patchwork of state laws intact. As the case is formally under consideration, Americans on both sides of the debate are anxiously awaiting a ruling that could redefine the boundaries of gun ownership and regulation in the United States. The question is not if, but how. The Supreme Court will weigh in, and whatever the outcome, the consequences for American law, politics, and society will be profound. California's magazine ban is rooted in decades of efforts to reduce gun violence by limiting the number of rounds a firearm can hold. Lawmakers argue that forcing shooters to reload creates life-saving pauses during attacks. The law evolved from banning sales to, in 2016, outlawing possession entirely, requiring owners to surrender or remove their magazines. Gun owners pushed back, calling these standard capacity magazines common for lawful self-defense, not mass shootings. Critics saw the ban as government overreach, criminalizing millions overnight. Supporters, led by Attorney General Rob Bonta, insist the restriction is a necessary public safety measure, citing studies linking high-capacity magazines to deadlier shootings. This clash of rights versus regulation set the stage for a major constitutional showdown. The legal fight over California's high-capacity magazine ban began in 2017, setting the stage for a years-long battle that would test the boundaries of the Second Amendment and state authority. That year, a coalition of gun owners and advocacy groups filed a lawsuit, arguing that the state's ban on magazines holding more than 10 rounds violated their constitutional right to keep and bear arms for self-defense and other lawful purposes. In 2019, District Judge Roger Benitez delivered a sweeping decision, striking down the law as unconstitutional. He described the ban as a severe burden on the right of self-defense, especially for law-abiding citizens who might need more than 10 rounds in a crisis. But California's state officials quickly appealed, determined to defend the law. In 2025, the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals reversed Judge Benitez's ruling, holding that magazines are merely accessories, not protected arms under the Second Amendment, and thus the state's ban could stand. The decision was not unanimous. Several dissenting judges accused the majority of disregarding recent Supreme Court precedent, especially the landmark Bruin decision, which emphasized a historical approach to gun rights. The appellate reversal reignited a fierce legal and political conflict, drawing national attention and sparking debate among legal scholars, gun owners, and lawmakers. Plaintiffs wasted no time, immediately petitioning the Supreme Court to review the case and settle the constitutional question once and for all. With the Ninth Circuit's ruling in effect, possession of large-capacity magazines became illegal again in California, forcing thousands of gun owners to surrender or modify their magazines. Now, the case sits before the Supreme Court, poised to resolve a deep legal divide that has split lower courts in states across the country. The outcome could determine the fate of similar magazine bans nationwide, affecting millions of Americans and shaping the future of gun regulation. For gun owners, state governments, and advocates on both sides, the stakes have never been higher as the nation awaits a final decision. Duncan v. Bonta spotlights two opposing visions of the Second Amendment. California argues magazine limits are reasonable, citing public safety and a tradition of regulating dangerous weapons. They claim high-capacity magazines are rarely needed for self-defense and are disproportionately used in violent crime. Gun rights advocates counter that these magazines are standard, essential for lawful defense, and protected by Supreme Court precedents, like Heller. They argue the ban cripples common firearms and lacks evidence of crime prevention. For supporters, it's about saving lives. For opponents, it's about defending a core constitutional right. The Supreme Court must now decide which vision will define the future of gun regulation. The outcome will echo far beyond California. Magazine bans aren't unique to California. About a dozen states and D.C. have similar laws, creating a confusing patchwork nationwide. Limits range from 10 to 15 rounds, meaning a legal gun owner in one state could be a felon in another. The Supreme Court's Bruin decision sparked new lawsuits, but federal courts remain split, some striking down bans, others upholding them. This circuit split is a key reason the Supreme Court is likely to intervene. A ruling could either wipe out magazine bans nationwide or empower more states to pass them. The legal uncertainty affects millions and demands a clear, national standard. Duncan v. Bonta is the case that could finally resolve this chaos. The nation awaits a definitive answer. Duncan v. Bonta has drawn national battle lines, with powerful coalitions on both sides. Attorneys general from 27 states and major gun rights groups urge the Supreme Court to strike down the ban, calling it a threat to Second Amendment rights everywhere. They argue the right to bear arms is a national guarantee, not a regional privilege. Meanwhile, 19 states, D.C., and leading gun control organizations back California, insisting states need flexibility to protect their communities. They frame magazine limits as a vital tool for public safety, not an absolute infringement. The flood of amicus briefs underscores the case's national significance. The Supreme Court is hearing from a deeply divided nation. At the heart of Duncan v. Bonta lies a pivotal question about the future of the Second Amendment, and it all traces back to the Supreme Court's 2022 Bruin decision. Bruin set a new standard, demanding that any modern gun law must be consistent with the nation's historical tradition of firearm regulation, as understood at the time of the founding. In this case, challengers argue that there's no historical precedent for banning magazines based on their capacity, since early American laws didn't restrict how many rounds a firearm could hold. They point out that early firearms often pushed technological boundaries, with inventors and gunsmiths constantly seeking to improve firepower and efficiency. On the other side, California and its supporters claim there's a long tradition of regulating dangerous and unusual weapons, arguing that the state has always had the authority to restrict items seen as threats to public safety. They also insist that magazines are merely accessories, not protected arms themselves, and thus can be regulated without infringing on core Second Amendment rights. The Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals tried to sidestep the Bruin test by declaring that magazines aren't protected by the Constitution at all, a move that's now under intense scrutiny. Now, the Supreme Court faces a series of crucial questions that could redefine gun rights jurisprudence for a generation. Does the historical test require a direct, almost identical historical twin for every modern law, or is a broader, more general historical analog enough to justify regulation? And do modern accessories like magazines, which didn't exist in the 18th century, count as arms under the Constitution, or are they something different entirely? The answers the court provides will shape not just the fate of magazine bans, but the outcome of all future challenges to gun laws across the country. Every state, every city, and every gun owner will be watching closely, knowing that this decision could set a powerful precedent for years to come. Duncan v. Bonta is the first major test of Bruin's real-world impact, and its outcome will echo far beyond California's borders. The Supreme Court's ruling in this case will set the standard for how courts interpret the Second Amendment for generations to come. As the Supreme Court weighs Duncan versus Bonta, the nation waits for a decision with sweeping consequences. If the court strikes down the ban, magazine restrictions nationwide could fall, affirming gun rights and limiting state power. If it upholds the law, states gain new authority to regulate firearm components, potentially opening the door to more restrictions. The case is about more than magazines. It's about the meaning of the Second Amendment in modern America. The ruling will set the rules for future legal battles over guns. Whatever the outcome, the debate over gun rights and public safety will continue. Everyone has a stake in what happens next.